Well, good morning. Thank you all for coming out. We're joined by a lot of great people and a lot of four-footed friends here that we're going to talk about hurricanes. The last hurricane that hit this island was 12 years ago. It was devastating. Superstorm Sandy. And guess what? It's been 12 years. If we know the history of Long Island and we know the history of hurricanes, it's coming. I'm praying it's not this year. I'm praying it's not any year soon. But the best way we get ready for it is to prepare for it. And we're here to talk about preparedness. And today, we're going to concentrate on a special class of people. Almost people, and that's our pets. I mean, I have 2 dogs. They're 2 little guys. I love them. They're part of my family. I would be devastated if anything happened to them. So I want to be prepared in the next hurricane to make sure that they're protected and they're safe. Our pets are our family. So over the last 10 to 15 years, Suffolk County has, and we know from Superstorm Sandy, some of the worst damage to come along. Conditions this year for a very active season. We've already had a couple hurricanes, but usually if they're going to hit this island, they hit in September or October, even early November, because of the warming climate. So we're worried about that. Now, I'm joined at this by a number of people, including our controller, John Kennedy, the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind, Paws of War, tremendous organization, our county clerk, Vinnie Pulio, our legislator, Stephanie Bontempi, our legislator, Rob Trotter, our legislator, Steve Flatteran, and we're going to have some of these people come up and speak about this. But right now, we want you to be informed and know what to do before the hurricane comes and be prepared about a lot of things. But today we're going to concentrate on our pets. I want to thank the leadership of FRES. Where's our FRES commissioner, acting commissioner there? Rudy, good to see you. FRES is Fire Rescue and Emergency Management. They are going to be key, along with DPW, parks, and others, in any type of disaster that we're faced for. So we want to talk about creating a plan. What do we do if a hurricane hits? Where do we go? And what do we do with our pets? And what about an emergency supply kit? Make sure we have dog food, possibly begging strips. No, my dog will begging strip. And any other treats that we can entice them to keep them as calm as possible in this emergency. So thanks to the leadership of FRES and our Veteran Service Agency, Shell is here, Shalisa, the leader. Suffolk County has been proactive in educating our veterans population and those with disabilities of what to do. When a storm approaches, and the one thing that you'll see in the storm, I hope we have a good car because I'm driving around to every location I possibly can in the county to make sure you're safe. My predecessor as supervisor of Brookhaven did that, Supervisor Lesko, during Superstorm Sandy. I remember him driving up to my house. I said, I'm okay, Mark, go on. But it so impressed me. And as government leaders, we have an obligation to be where the emergency is at all times and to stand with people like Rudy and Michelle and other county workers that are working in an emergency. So I am going to bring up a few people and then we're going to talk a little bit more. And we're going to start with the chairman of our FRES committee, Legislator Dominic Thorne. Dominic.
Thank you, County Executive. So when storms come up the coast, you have to ask yourself one question. Are you ready? Our county is ready. Our fire rescue emergency services, our officer of emergency management, our Division of Emergency Medical Services. We are ready, but are you ready? Do you have a waterproof container with enough medications to last you several days? Do you have a note with your medical history and something that may be able to speak for you when you can't speak for yourself? In Superstorm Stanley's, our county is always ready, regardless of what storm comes. But we cannot fight Mother Nature. It takes pre-planning. It takes you folks to have a plan on where your family's going to meet. Do you have enough medication, non-perishable foods? Do you have enough to sustain you should your power go out? My folks, this is all about pre-planning when you talk about storms. Your county is ready and strong, but you also must form a plan for you, your family, your neighbors, and know when we say to evacuate, evacuate. There's a reason why we're doing it. We cannot simply endanger all fire and EMS folks because you refuse to evacuate, and there may come a point in any storm where we physically can't do it. Have a plan, be ready, go forward, and be ready for an emergency that you have. Thank you so much, County Executive Romaine, for hosting this outstanding event.
Now we're going to call up one of our key guys in any emergency. That's our Acting Commissioner of Fire Rescue and Emergency Management, which is Rudy Sunderman, our Acting Commissioner.
Thank you, County Executive Romaine. And like Legislator Thorne said, this is a very important piece to talk about being prepared for our hurricane season. But I first really would like to thank the Guide Dog Foundation and Paws of War for partnering with us to this important message to you all today. In prior roles in my career, I've worked closely with both agencies, and I'm excited to continue this partnership. So thank you to the Guide Dog Foundation and Paws of War. Thank you. As we move into the height of hurricane season, preparedness is key. That's our message today. To protect the lives and property, we are asking residents to be prepared, both as individuals and your families. Of course, we cannot forget about our pets. That's why we're here today also. As you see, we have provided items that we feel are important for our residents to include in your go bag and your pet's go bag. So you can see on both sides we have our go bags. So please remember, as families, please prepare your go bags. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Director of Emergency Management, Joe Trapeza.
Good afternoon. So in the Suffolk Office of Emergency Management, this time of year we like to promote our countdown to readiness. We want all residents to, number 3, be informed, 2, be prepared, and number 1, know your zone. To be informed, we encourage residents to sign up for emergency notifications by texting Suffolk Alerts, that's one word, to 67283. This is available in Spanish as well by texting Suffolk Espanol, one word, 67283. We also ask that you register for Smart 911 by visiting smart911.com. At Smart 911, you can provide important information to the 911 dispatchers just by dialing 911. The information is automatically connected to all your devices, and the dispatchers get this important information. The information that you choose to include is optional. You can put as little or as much as you want, but there's room for your family and there's room for your pet. So I'm also registered on Smart 911, and all of my family's information is on there, including my Chihuahua, Penny. Penny, my Chihuahua, is on there as well. Being prepared leads to a more resilient community, so we encourage all residents to visit SuffolkCountyNY.gov and go to the Suffolk County Fire Rescue page, where you can get more information on preparedness. Also follow us across Facebook, Instagram, and X. And know your zone. Know if you live in a flood-prone area. Visit our website to know if you live in flood-prone waters. Thank you. I'd like to now turn this over to our Director of Veteran Services, Marcel Lease.
This is yours.
Thank you very much for having me here today. I just want to say, first of all, on behalf of the veterans that we serve, we thank you for all your support. It's equally important to know that veterans are very, very fiercely protective of the things they love, and obviously pets are one of them. I can speak briefly on the fact that I remember Hurricane Sandy like everybody else because I was still in the Air National Guard, and we were activated for Superstorm Sandy here on Long Island in Suffolk County, and we had to go into people's homes in their neighborhoods. They would not leave their pets behind. So I hear the message today is obviously to be prepared, have your go bags ready, have your plan ready, and share that with your family so that they know where to meet up. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And should a hurricane appear, the county is working now to set up shelters throughout the county. In fact, we just sent out a notice asking county workers who would like to volunteer to help us in these shelters in times of emergency, that instead of reporting to work, they would report to the shelter. And we're getting and compiling that list. But I want to ask Gabby from our Guide Dog Foundation to come on up and explain what's going on. Here we go.
Good morning. On behalf of America's Vet Dogs and the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind, we want to thank County Executive Romaine, Commissioner Sunderman, and the entire Suffolk County team for inviting us today. I just wanted to share a few emergency preparedness tips that we provide to our program graduates as well as to our volunteers who are helping us raise dogs to become servicing guide dogs. It's very important to note that a service dog is not a pet, and those with service and guide dogs are protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act. However, many of the tips we provide to our assistance dog handlers and volunteers are applicable to pet owners as well. One, ensure that your home is marked with a rescue alert sticker to inform first responders about service animals or animals inside. Keep collars and identification tags up to date, including your cell phone number.
Where could we get those stickers?
Good question.
Yeah. Where could we
So
get
we
those stickers?
provide those stickers to our handlers during their training, but I'm sure the county has those stickers available to the public as well.
What we would do is encourage people to contact their county legislators, who are their local representatives, and we will make sure that each county legislative office has stickers so they can alert responders that there are, service dogs or pets available in the house that may need to be rescued.
Yes, sir. Prepare an emergency kit with at least 5 days worth of food, water, and medical supplies for your animal. Store food in waterproof containers, include a first aid kit, and keep a backup supply of any required medications for your dog. Also keep a copy of your dog's medical records in a secure waterproof container. This should include a list of any medications. Identify a safe place for you and your dog to go ahead of time, such as a friend or relative's house outside the immediate area. Know where local boarding facilities and emergency shelters are, ensuring that they accommodate service animals or your pets. Suffolk County does provide pet-friendly shelters in the event of an evacuation or emergency, and those can be found on the county's website. However, all shelters must generally allow individuals with disabilities to be accompanied by their service dog per the Americans with Disabilities Act. You can find more information and more tips on vetdogs.org/hurricane. Thank you again for having us.
Thank you again. And that list of emergency service, emergency shelters will not only be available online, but we will supply that list, I'm sure Rudy will, to all 18 legislators. So your local county legislator is your contact person. So stay in touch with their offices, and if you don't want to go online, you just want to call up and say, where's the local shelter? They'll help you. We also have Rob from Paws of Law, great organization, does great things. Rob, come on up.
I want to thank the county under Ed Romaine's supervision and all the agencies under his supervision that are here doing this today. I was active as a rescuer during Hurricane Sandy, and I cannot describe what we witnessed, trying to save animals, cats, dogs, birds, you name it. We witnessed some horrific animals losing their lives because of it. Today, I wish every county could have this press release, this press conference, and this preparedness, because it's going to save lives. The one thing I can say, if you, besides being able to go to the county websites, they have a tremendous amount of information. We have flyers with all details on what you can do, but most important today, be prepared today. Don't wait, get everything ready, because when that storm comes, you won't have the time. So please take this opportunity today of this preparedness and make sure you are truly prepared. Get all the supplies now, don't wait till it's too late. Thank you, everybody, for having this amazing conference today.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Dominic to come up and say a few words.
Just as an added note, I appreciate the extra latitude. Our county now has already set up plans with our Office of Emergency Management and Fire Rescue Emergency Services that every community college, Brentwood, Selden, as well as Riverhead, will accept animals in a shelter, whether they're a service animal or not. It's a pre-plan that we already have in place because we know how important our loved ones are, including our animals. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're also joined by another legislator, the chairman of our Veterans Committee. Come on up, Legislator Caracappa, Nick Caracappa. Nick, you're going to give us some words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom.
Yep.
Oh my God! Talking about being put on the spot. It's all right. Listen, look around right here in this auditorium here, or lobby. We care for our pets here in Suffolk County, and being prepared and making sure that they're treated the way they're supposed to be treated and cared for the way they're supposed to be cared for. That's a general message right there. It's very easy. But listen, Suffolk County is all in support of this. Look around you again. We got Paws of War here. We have vet dogs, and I'm looking forward to the run in a couple of weeks. But be cognizant, folks. It's common sense. Let's keep the health and safety of our pets at the forefront, all right? We got to do for them what they can't do for themselves. So thank you all very much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Executive, for me.
And of course, we all keep our eye on the Weather Channel. I watched Ernesto form last week, and I was so happy. I feel bad for the people in Puerto Rico, but it turned north. It did not, before it hit the mainland. So we watch, we worry, we wait, but most importantly, we are prepared, not only for ourselves, and have a plan. What are we going to do if we're forced from our home, if we lose power? Look, I was there for Hurricane Gloria, 1985. I was running a campaign for the first time at that time, and we lost power for 10 days. If there's a message that all of us would have, it's to our friends at LIPA, used to be Lilco. You know what? Spend a little money each year, not a lot, just a little bit, and bury the lines in the storm-prone areas. If you did that, if you had started that years ago, a good chunk of Suffolk County would have buried lines and we'd have less power outages. But we're all focused on preparedness, and we're particularly focused on our best friends. And you're seeing our best friends lay in front of us. This guy's not moving too much, your guy, but the other guys, and give it a shot, they'd be out there running, having a great time. And Paws of War, thank you. Our guide dogs, thank you, because they service people that need help. And even dogs that are not service dogs, they serve us. Because you know what? You come home, who else is going to wag your tail at your home? My little dogs do. I'm very happy to see them every day. Hey, and they're part of our family. We got to make sure that they're safe come a hurricane. Have a plan. Make sure you have a go bag. You could throw some dog food, some treats, couple water bottles in because they need water too and hydration. And then we take care of our pets, we take care of our family. Believe me, we will be ready for the next hurricane. I pray God it doesn't hit anytime soon. Thank you, and let me say hello to my friend from Brookhaven Lab. Give a wave. He's watching the weather too.
Everyone stay, please.
Okay,
Everyone stay, that's weird.
okay. Oh, we're taking this away.
We're gonna move this here.
Okay.